everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Giara Masafina with the final number name 101 from the class of 2023. I will explain one of the materials from block 3, namely K5, which contains the structure and biochemical function of protein. The central dogma in molecular biology is the conceptual framework that describes the flow of genetic information in cells. This dogma describes that genetic information flow from DNA through the transcription process to RNA, then from RNA through the translation process to protein. Protein have several interactions with polysaccharides, lipid membranes, proteins, nucleic acid, and ligands. An example of ligand there are electron, proton, metabolites, steroid, and drugs. Protein is related to several aspects including structural and mechanical, transport, enzyme, canal and pumps, hormones, acid-base balance, antibodies, and fluid balance. Protein are the most versatile macromolecule in living system and serve a crucial function in essentially all biological process. Some function of protein, they are catalyst is enzyme, and hormone are insulin, growth hormone, and structure are collagen, keratin, chromosomal, and transport is hemoglobin, and receptor is site on membrane, and toxin is diphtheria, and fission is rhodopsin, and repressor is regulate the expression of gene. There are classification of amino acid including the first nonpolar aliphatic air groups, and the second aromatic air groups, and the third is polar uncharged air groups, and the fourth is positively charged air groups, and the fifth is negatively charged air groups. Non-essential and essential amino acid through diet is essential. They are leucine, isoleucine, valine, histidine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan. And then human body capable to synthesize them is non-essential. They are alanine, arginine, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine, glutamic acid, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, and tyrosine. Amino acid classification is amino acid metabolism. There are two types. The first is ketogenic. They are lysine and leucine. The second is glucogenic. They are glycine, serine, valine, histidine, arginine, cysteine, proline, alanine, glutamine, asparagine, and methionine. The specific interaction of a macromolecule depends on weak non-covalent bond. Strong covalent bond is preserving the information content of macromolecule. Weak non-covalent bond is utilizing the information. Non-covalent bonds, they are hydrogen bond, van der Waals force, hydrophobic force, ionic bond. In an aqueous environment, 30 to 300 times weaker than covalent bonds. Most protein fall stably in only one way selection, so that one conformation is able to form many more favorable interaction than any other. The first is the weak chemical bond. Organic molecules can interact with other molecules through short-range non-covalent force. Weak chemical bonds typically have less than 1 than 20 the strength of a covalent bond. They are strong enough to provide tight binding only when many of them are simultaneously formed. The second is hydrogen bond. A hydrogen atom is shared between two other atoms, both electronegative, such as O and N, to give a hydrogen bond. Since the forming of any new hydrogen bonds between two dissolved molecules result in the breaking up of the pre-existing hydrogen bonds to molecules of water, the hydrogen bonds are relatively weak. The third is van der Waals force. At very close distance, any two atoms show a weak bonding interaction due to their fluctuating electrical charge. This force is known as van der Waals attraction. Each type of atom has a radius at which van der Waals forces are optimal. The fourth is hydrophobic interaction. Water forces hydrophobic groups together in order to minimize their destructive effects on the hydrogen-bonded water network. Hydrophobic groups held together in this way are often said to be held together by hydrophobic bonds. Three non-covalent bonds help protein fold. Although a single one of these bonds is quite weak, Many of them often form together to create a strong bonding arrangement, as in the example shown. As in the previous figure, R is used as a general designation for an amino acid side chain. How a protein falls into a compact conformation. Polar side chain, nonpolar side chains, and hydrophobic corrugation contains nonpolar side chain, and polar side chains on the outside of the molecule can form hydrogen bonds together. And then the polar amino acid side chain tend to together on the outside of the protein, where they can interact with water. The non-polar amino acid side chains are buried on the inside to form a tightly packed hydrophobic core of atoms that are hidden from weather. In this schematic drawing, the protein contains only about 30 amino acid. There is a picture of antiparallel B seed from top view is 7 and parallel B seed from top view 6.5. And two types of B seed structure. A is an antiparallel B seed and B a parallel B seed. Both of these structures are common in proteins and protein domains at A, B, and C. Domain shuffling. An extensive shuffling of blocks of protein sequence protein domains has occurred during protein evolution. Thus, portions of a protein denoted by the same shape and color in this diagram are evolutionarily related. Certain proteaceae like chymotrypsin are formed from two domains bound in the three other proteaceae shown, which are highly regulated and more specialized. These two protease domains are connected to one or more domains homologous to domains found in epidermal growth factor (EGF) green, to a calcium-binding protein yellow, or to a kringle domain blue that contains three internal disulfide bridges. A. Primary structure, the amino acid sequence. B. Secondary structure with folding as a result of hydrogen bonding dotted red line. C. Tertiary structure with secondary folding caused by interaction within the polypeptide and its immediate environment. D. Quaternary structure, the relationship between individual subunits. Signaling through the membrane. First is G protein coupled receptor. Second, receptor tyrosine kinase. Third, receptor guanylyl silase. Fourth, get-in ion channel. 5 is adhesion receptor integrin. Why protein structure is so important? Because for the first, protein structure dictates protein function. The second, misfold protein will inactivate protein function. And third, inactivation of protein will cause the disease. Protein misfolding disease. Protein misfolding, which literally means incorrect folding, is associated with a number of pathological states in humans, collectively termed protein misfolding disease. In some cases, the disease arises because a specific protein is no longer functional when adopting a misfolded state or undergoes a severe trafficking impairment, loss of function disease. Protein misfolding disease. The first, loss of function disease, albinism, cancer, cystic fibrosis, hemophilia disorder, Mabel brain syndrome, phenylketonuria. The second, gain of toxic function, Alzheimer's disease, primary systemic amyloidosis, familial amyloidotic polyneuropathy, type 2 diabetes, ALS, Parkinson's disease. And the third infection misfolding is Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, Medicow disease, and Kuru. Alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. One of disease is deficiency is an inherited disorder that may cause lung disease and liver disease. And the table is different from normal body, and the body have alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Maybe that's all I can explain. More or less, I apologize and hope it can be useful. Thank you all.